And now the GioMoShow picks are underway. So tonight is Tennessee at Pittsburgh. Two ugly, ugly teams that play ugly matchups and are built to win them. But for me, I don't care that the Steelers have a weirdly good winning record. Tennessee and Will Levis, man, that's a weapon. That was a spark. Not only do you have the rookie throwing to a very veteran receiver who seemed to be open all the time, but you got Derrick Henry as well. I'm taking the Titans on the road. Miami is at Kansas City. That one is going to be a high-flying adventure. It's at Arrowhead, but I can almost never pick against the Dolphins, man. The Chiefs are coming off a bad loss against the Broncos. So, I'm going to take another road team here. My gut just tells me Miami and that offense is just going to give that admittedly very good defense of the Chiefs. It's going to give them some struggle. And I think the addition of Jalen Ramsey back into the lineup for the Dolphins is going to prove to be huge against the, hopefully he's covering Kelsey, but if he's not, then that guy ain't getting nothing. Arizona is going to go at Cleveland. I got to go with the Cleveland defense on this one. That defense is just so good, dude. And yes, the Cleveland offense is a little bit weird, but I got to give it to that defense, especially against Arizona. They're an underpowered team. Chicago is at New Orleans. New Orleans should win this one. They are the better team. They're coming off a win. Chicago is a bottom-feeding team, unfortunately and realistically. So I'm going to take the home team. I'm going with New Orleans. Rams at Green Bay. I think the Rams have a better team than Green Bay. Green Bay ain't doing a lot. They're not doing well. They are sick, and the doctors are concerned. I'm going to take the Rams on the road. Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams on the road. We're keeping that one. Minnesota at Atlanta. Minnesota does not have Kirk Cousins. They're starting Josh Dobbs at quarterback as they traded at the trade deadline. That's another NFC one I didn't mention, but that's not a playoff threatening one. But Minnesota is at Atlanta, who is going to be starting Taylor Heineke. I'm liking Heineke in this one. I'll take the home team. I'll take Atlanta against the injured and, now kind of upset and depressed Vikings. Seattle at Baltimore. Baltimore, man. We got whipped by them. I can't bet against them. I can't pick against them. I'm going with home Baltimore against the Seahawks, coming from almost the farthest you could possibly travel across the country, from Seattle to Baltimore. That's ocean to ocean. That's sea to shining sea. So I'm taking Baltimore there. Tampa Bay is at Houston. Tampa has not looked that good since the Lions beat them. Houston, not looking the greatest either. They had kind of a hot start. I'm kind of digging Houston in this one. Houston's kind of sneaky. Moving on to Washington and New England. At New England, rather. Neither team is good, and the Commanders have proven to be selling. They lost two of their best pieces in Sweat and Young. These are both very underpowered teams. I'm going to go with Belichick at home. Belichick can't be that complete of a disaster this season, can he? I don't think so. We're going with the Patriots. Indianapolis is at Carolina. I'm going to take the Colts on the road in this one, just because they seem to be more of a solid team. Carolina is not doing well. They also have the doctors concerned. Dallas at Philadelphia. Man, now we're talking. Now we're cooking with grease. Now we're cooking with oil. Dallas at Philadelphia. Both are coming off big wins. Philadelphia in a division, and Dallas in a rebound game against the Rams. I mean, I got to imagine that both the teams are really good. I got to imagine they split. So I'll just take the home team winning in both those matchups. I'll take Philadelphia at home to go to to go to 8-1. Hold on, let's put that back into perspective, because I talk about that as part of my rationale. Is that what is more realistic? The Cowboys, what's the record on the Cowboys? They're 5-2. Eagles are 7-1. I got it. So if Cowboys win, they're 6-2. Eagles are 7-2. But they barely beat the Commanders, and it's a division game. This one's tough. I gotta say the Cowboys knock the Eagles closer to reality. I'm taking Dallas on the road. Giants at Vegas, another failing students trying to pass a class. Neither team is good, but I'll just say the Raiders at home. This is more just like you pick the home team and you just roll the dice. You flip the coin. Buffalo at Cincinnati. This is a big AFC matchup. This one's Sunday Night Football. Buffalo at Cincinnati. Buffalo's having a tough go of it. They're 5-3, but they're having a tough go of it. Bengals are trying to scratch and claw their way back into the playoff picture. We're at 7 o'clock. I better hurry up. Okay, knee-jerk reaction. I'm feeling Cincinnati. And I think Buffalo is going to be concerned, and it's going to open it up for Miami and maybe even the Jets in the division. Chargers at the Jets. I'm going to take the Jets defense at home. LA's got to go to New York. I'm going to take the Chargers in that one. Point total, one's going to be low. I'll put 38. All right. Locked and loaded. Your GioMoShow picks are in. We're at 7 o'clock. And that means a big thank you to everybody who's been tuning in to the GioMoShow live on WXOU and on YouTube and Spotify. Really appreciate you guys listening. And to anybody who happens to be perusing through some of the information I gave them at the MAB Great Lakes Broadcasting and Sports Media Academy that I was at today at Ford Field and are watching the GioMoShow, thank you. And I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you find many more of my shows on YouTube and Spotify. Well, that's going to do it for me, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to 88.3 FM WXOU, Auburn Hills, Michigan, Oakland University. Station identification features. We'll see you next Thursday, 6 o'clock on WXOU.